so in sitting, we can work on stability control using alternating isometrics. And we can provide resistance in an AP direction, we can provide it in a medial lateral direction, and we can provide it in a diagonal direction. All right, so Trish, I want you to hold this position. I'm going to put my hands on your back. I'm going to push you forward a little bit. I want you to hold steady. That's it. Hold steady. Hold, hold. And now don't let me pull you backward. Okay? I want you to hold right there. Don't let me pull you backward. Hold steady. Hold, hold, hold. And now let me push you forward. And hold again. Hold right there. Hold it. Hold, hold. And don't let me pull you backward. And hold, 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 and relax. As you're shifting your hand from the posterior shoulder right on the mid-scapular position forward over the anterior trunk, you're going to make sure that you cup your hands so that you're not pressing into the clavicles. And then it's a very steady and smooth shift forward and back. We can do this activity with arms extended in weight bearing or with no arms weight bearing, in which case we're reducing the base of support and making this a greater challenge. So I want you to hold this position and don't let me push you forward. Hold tight, hold, 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 and now don't let me pull back, and hold again. Hold right there, hold, 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 and don't let me push you forward. Hold, 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 and don't let me pull you back, and relax. I want to make sure that the patient's feet are flat on the floor, that there's an appropriate base of support for them to be utilizing. We can progress toward doing medial lateral stability work, in which case you would be positioned directly at the side, and you would have your hands in a manual contact position, the same as we used for prone on elbows. All right, so don't let me push you over into that side, all right? Hold steady, hold, 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 and now don't let me pull you back and toward me. Hold, 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 and don't let me push you away. Hold steady, hold, hold, and once more, don't let me pull you back and toward me. Hold again, hold, and relax. What I'm going to do is I want you to hold steady, and I'm going to just give you a little bit of resistance, pushing you from side to side, all right? I don't want you to let me push you over. I want you to hold steady. All right, so don't let me push you away from me. Hold, 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 and now don't let me pull you toward me. Hold again. Hold, 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 and don't let me push you away from me. Hold, hold, and once more, don't let me pull you toward me. Hold again. Hold, hold, and relax. Okay, we could also apply alternating isometrics on a diagonal, in which case you want to position yourself on the diagonal. You're going to give resistance cupping over the clavicle, and then you're going to slide your hands over the backside and pull toward you and push away. So that's the direction of the motion, but I don't want you to let me do that. I want you to hold steady. All right, so hold, don't let me push you up and away. Hold, hold, and now don't let me pull you back and toward me. Hold again, hold, hold, and don't let me push you up and away. Hold, 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 and once more, don't let me pull you back and toward me. Hold, hold, and relax. In kneeling, we can begin kneeling control work by doing some stability techniques, either alternating isometrics or rhythmic stabilization. It's possible to apply your resistance at the shoulders, at the hips, or one hand hip, one hand shoulder, which is the preferred way because you encompass more of the whole trunk. All right, so that's the way I'm going to demonstrate. You want to make sure that the base of support is not too wide, that the knees are under the hips. So bring this knee in just a little bit. All right. Now, Trish, I want you to hold this position, and I'm going to pull you forward, and I'm going to push you back, and don't let me move you, okay? So now, don't let me pull you forward. Hold, 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 and now don't let me push you back. and hold again. Hold, 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 and now don't let me pull you forward, and hold, 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 and now don't let me push you back. Kneeling is a position where there's a large base of support behind her. Now don't let me pull you forward, but almost no base of support in front of her, so it's easy to give too much resistance, and you'll see the knees flex up off the mat. So you need to be careful that you give more resistance in a posterior direction and much less resistance as you pull her forward. You don't want to see those feet come off the mat. In kneeling, we can apply alternating isometrics in a medial lateral direction. In doing that, one hand is going to stay on the pelvis and the other hand is going to stay on the upper trunk. So as I push her away from me, I'm going to be on the lateral side of the pelvis and on the vertebral border of the scapula. And as I pull her toward me, the trunk hand is going to shift to the axillary border of the scapula, and this hand is going to cup over the ASIS on the pelvis. All right, so I want you to hold this position and don't let me push you away from me. Hold tight, hold, 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 and now don't let me pull you back and toward me. Hold again, hold, 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 and now don't let me push you away. Hold tight, hold, 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 and don't let me pull you toward me. And hold again, hold, hold, and relax. Okay, we can also apply alternating isometrics in kneeling on a diagonal, and you need to position your body on the diagonal so that the line of force is on a diagonal, and I'm going to use both hands on the upper trunk during this activity. So hold this position and don't let me push you back and away from me. Hold tight, hold, 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 and now don't let me pull you up and toward me. Hold again, hold tight, hold, hold, and now don't let me push you back and away. Hold, 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 and don't let me pull you forward and toward me. Hold again and relax. In kneeling, we can apply rhythmic stabilization with one hand pushing back on the pelvis and the other hand pulling forward on the upper trunk. And so we're applying isometric resistance to trunk rotators. All right, Trish, I want you to hold this position. Don't let me twist you. Hold steady. Hold, 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 and now don't let me twist you the other way. And hold, 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 and now don't let me twist you the other way. And hold steady. Hold tight. Hold, hold, and don't let me twist you the other way. And hold, hold, and relax. In kneeling, we can practice control mobility work by weight shifting. We're going to start out using a symmetrical position. And Trish, what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight over onto this leg, and then you're going to come back and toward me. All right, and now shift over onto this leg and back and toward me. All right, now pull away and push back. And pull away and push back. And pull away a little less and push back a little less. Pull away, push back, pull away and hold and push back. And pull away and hold and push back. And pull away and hold and push back and relax. So one hand is on the front of the pelvis, pushing in this direction and then pulling back. The other hand is on the posterior part of the pelvis, pushing forward and pulling back. It's important with the weight shifting here to think about going through decreasing range of motion. So she starts out with more of a weight shift than you actually want her to do. And then as she continues moving, she's going less and less because we want to try to simulate the amount of lateral pelvic rotation that occurs during gait. And we don't want to get this swaggering hip with too much range of motion. All right, so let's do it once more. I want you to pull away from me and push back and pull away and push back and pull away a little less and push back a little less and pull away and push back and pull away and push back and relax. can practice weight shifting in a stride position. So Tricia, I want you to bring this knee right up here. All right, and then because it's in a stride position, the weight shift turns out to be a diagonal shift. So you need to position your body slightly on the diagonal. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to shift your weight forward and up onto this leg, and then back and onto this leg. All right, let's do it together. Forward and up, and then back and away. Forward and up, and back and away. Okay, now push forward and pull back. Okay, let's have you put your hands on my shoulders, okay? All right, I want you to push forward and pull back. And push forward and pull back. And push forward and pull back. And push forward and pull back. So we're doing slow reversals. So both hands are in the front, and then both hands shift to the back of the pelvis during this activity. A progression from the diagonal weight shift and stride would be a diagonal weight shift with pelvic rotation. So Trish, this time you're going to shift forward and then twist your pelvis, and then you're going to shift back and twist. So forward and twist, and back and twist. And I'm going to give you a little bit of resistance, okay? All right, so I want you to shift forward and twist, and back and twist, and forward and twist, and back and twist, and forward and twist, and back and twist. You can try positioning the hands on the shoulders, and that should lock up the upper trunk. All right, so I want you to shift forward and twist, and back and twist, and that seems to isolate the pelvis a little more, and shift back and twist, and forward and twist, and back and twist. Nice smooth motion. Forward and twist, that's it, and back and twist, and forward and twist, and back and twist. If you still felt the upper trunk wasn't locked up enough, you could also cross the arms like that, and that will definitely lock up the upper trunk, and then we can focus on the pelvis. So shift forward and twist, and back and twist, and forward and twist, and back and twist. We can practice controlled mobility activities in weight shifting using cone stacking and kneeling. I want you to pick up this cone and put it on top of that one, okay? I want you to reach way over. Good. And again, reach. And again, reach. And again. And once more. Okay. And that allows her to be able to shift her weight onto the static side. And she has to do upper trunk rotation in a varying direction in order to do the cone stacking activity. I can also do stability work and plantar grade by resisting the trunk rotators, doing rhythmic stabilization. So I want you to hold this position, Trish, and don't let me twist you. Hold tight, hold, 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 and now don't let me twist you again. Hold, 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 and now don't let me twist you. And hold, 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 and don't let me twist you again. And hold, hold, and relax. All right, so we're doing walking both forwards and backwards using a technique called resisted progression. In resisted progression, your hands are on the pelvis, and they provide a little bit of a stretch to initiate the lower trunk rotation, and then you resist the pelvis as it moves forward, and then you apply stretch to the other side to initiate and resist through the range on the other side. All right, so Terry, what we're going to do is I'm going to have you walk across the room, and then we're going to walk backwards. All right, and we're going to do it on 3, and I want you to start with stepping with this left leg. All right, so on 3. 1, 2, 3, and now step, 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 and stop. All right, now we're going to go backwards, the same thing. We're going to start with this left leg on 3. 1, 2, 3, and now step, 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 and relax. All right, we can also resist the forward progression without the stool, in which case you have to take a step every time they take a step. All right, so we're going to start on 3 with this left leg. 1, 2, 3, and now step, 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 and stop. All right, now we're going to go backwards on 3. You're going to start with this left leg. 1, 2, 3, and now step, 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 and stop. Let's do that once more. I'm going to go. Walk forward on 3, beginning with the left leg, all right? And 1, 2, 3, and now step, 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 and stop. All right, now we're going to go backwards on 3, beginning with this left leg. 1, 2, 3, and now step, 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 and relax. For walking with somebody that has upper extremity tone problems, such as a patient recovering from stroke, one of the things you don't want to have happen is to leave this arm in this abnormal position. So again, you want to grab the thumb, you want to apply some rhythmic rotation, and you want to gradually get the arm out into extension and abduction. And then as you walk the patient, you're going to have their hand keeping that thumb in extension and abduction and maintaining the arm in extension. The other hand can be on the opposite hip and can help with the weight shift onto that stroke side, which is also a difficult activity for the patient to do. All right, so we're going to walk across the floor on 3, and I want you to take a step first with this right leg, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3, and now step, step, slow down a little, step, 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 and stop. All right, let's turn around and we'll go back. All right, on 3, you're going to take a step with this leg first, okay? 1, 2, 3, and now step, slow, step, 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 and stop.